King's companion claims that after Harry dealt a terrible blow, Charles was very sad. The Duke of Sussex has come under fire from Lord Soames for disclosing personal details about the royal family in his memoir Spare. Prince Harry has come under fire for how he treated the royal family in his autobiography, Spare, from a close friend of King Charles, who called it the most tragic and cruelest behavior from a son to a parent. Harry's decision to spill the beans was criticized as a terrible blow to Charles, who was left very sad by his youngest son's assertions by Lord Nicholas Soames, a former Tory MP and close friend of the king. But Lord Soames concurred that Harry's attendance at the coronation was a good sign. Harry took aim at several prominent royals in his memoir, including the king, his stepmother Queen Camilla, and his older brother Prince William, all of whom he will meet tomorrow for the first time following the release of the book. Well, in respect to Prince Harry, I just think it's the most tragic, he said to Times Radio. I mean, I can't imagine what my own son would do to me if he did anything similar. It would be abhorrent and no one would forgive him. Of course, it was the same as before. Of course, the king was sorrowful and extremely depressed. But we all have families, as you said. We've all experienced it. But it was a devastating blow. Lord Soames admitted that despite the familial strife, it would have been a great pity if Harry had chosen to forego the coronation. And he is coming, he continued. And I just hope we can keep this all in perspective. Not Prince Harry, but the King and the Queen are the focus of the day. Since some rumors claim that Harry's jet has already landed in the UK, it is anticipated that his visit will be quick. Prince Archie's 4th birthday falls on May 6th, the day of the coronation, and Harry is eager to return home and take part in the festivities. The Duke won't take part in the ceremony in an official capacity and won't speak to the King, Queen consort, or Prince of Wales in private at that time. According to Spare, Harry called his stepmother a villain and dangerous in a television appearance and claimed that she had leaked tales about the royal family to the media in an effort to boost her own reputation. While acknowledging Camilla's relatability and her role as Queen consort, Lord Soames said, I believe it's been a fairly long, hard path. It worked out nicely. Additionally, I believe the Queen did a pretty great job. She is an entirely straightforward person, thus she will perform admirably. I mean, you did exactly what you see. Thank God for someone who enjoys a cigarette and a pint. As someone once said, I love him and admire him very, very much indeed, he stated of the King. And I believe that's going to be all you can do for our friends, whether they be yours, mine, or anyone else's. And they are similar in that you should support and be loyal to them. Just a few hours prior to the service at Westminster Abbey, the King was seen strolling down the Mall and mingling with royal admirers who had gathered there for days to secure a good vantage point. Prince William and Princess Kate joined him, the latter of whom acknowledged that the long hours of the week have left her fatigued. Fears a last-minute stunt by Prince Harry could endanger coronation. The Sussexes may yet raise a stir at tomorrow's coronation, according to a royal analyst. The Sussexes may yet raise a stir at tomorrow's coronation, according to a royal analyst. Mr. Bower asserted that the King was intentionally strengthening the hands of Harry and Meghan, despite his attempts to mend fences with his estranged family. I believe there will be more, he told GB News. She is a master of the unexpected. So I am confident that something new will emerge from California when Harry is here or right before he gets there. And regrettably, it will obscure the significance of the coronation. It's unknown where Harry will be seated in the Abbey, and Mr. Bower warns that it could be disruptive if he's separated from other senior family members. I have always thought Harry didn't want to come, he continued. Quite obviously, he has been moved back into the Abbey's guest list area rather than the front. I didn't believe he would come, and I think he's searching for an excuse not to come. I predict he will find a reason not to show up right up until the last minute, and that will be the trick they use. While other royal experts disagree, they think Harry was probably granted the top place because he is the monarch's son, and to avoid the royals appearing petty. In this week's episode of True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat, Gareth Russell stated, "If I were giving the palace pure advice, I would put Harry front and center. If he isn't, I don't think it will look good. Even if it's a political or state-related reason, it will appear petty. Furthermore, this is really not a family gathering. Rather, it is a political and religious occasion. But this also takes into account how it will look and function in the world. A possible narrative that the family is once again perceived as callous and petty will be fueled if it appears as though the Duke of Sussex is being punished or demoted." Katie Nicholl, royal editor of Vanity Fair, continued, "He can appear to have been pushed into one of the back pews. He won't be concealed behind a pillar because he is a member of the family, the king's second son, and he is attending the coronation." Richard Kay, the Daily Mail's editor, echoed this sentiment and said, "I think the seating is significant where he's placed. If they seated him behind Prince Andrew, they would be acting extremely churlish. That, in my opinion, would not look good at all." The prince is anticipated to go to the UK for the coronation for a very brief period of time, potentially even departing for California right after the event. Harry will be eager to celebrate the occasion with the family on May 6, which also happens to be his son Prince Archie's 4th birthday. This is understood to have played a significant role in Meghan's choice not to attend. The king is pleased that Harry, his son, who he refers to as his darling boy, will be at the Abbey, a source told The Sun. "He was where he wanted him. Although he is saddened by the fact that he won't get to see Meghan or his grandchildren, he is aware of the circumstances. Rift with the royal family, Prince Harry will have trouble with the coronation. The Duke of Sussex will attend the wedding alone on Saturday because it will be his first time seeing his family since the release of his devastating biography Spare. Prince Harry will have trouble with the coronation because of the deep rift he caused with the royal family. The Duke of Sussex, who is reunited with his family for the first time since the release of his devastating memoir Spare, will make a solo appearance at the event on Saturday." By Catherine Mayer, Fuman ELL, and Lauren Wells C. 18 o'clock on May 5, 2023, Friday 8, Bukimark. Prince Harry's motivations for Spare are questioned by Robert Lacey. Due to the deep rift he has created with the royal family, Prince Harry will likely find the king's coronation to be challenging. Even though his father is reportedly glad to have both of his sons there, Harry will be attending the service at Westminster Abbey without his wife Meghan Markle because she has chosen to stay at home with their 2 children. Harry is expected to find it difficult to face his relatives. According to royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams, who spoke to Express.co.uk, Harry's family members may not trust him as a result of the revelations he made in Spare. His father, King Charles, stepmother, Queen Consort Camilla, and older brother, Prince William, have all come under particularly harsh fire. Harry would find the mood strange because he and Meghan are to blame for the severe rift that currently divides them from the royal family, he predicted. He won't be trusted because they have been so damaging. Being with his father and stepmother, as well as seeing William, will be quite challenging. He is at blame. Charles will undoubtedly be happy that his sons will be attending the coronation, but he won't find it easy given how publicly and destructively the Sussexes have criticized. Despite her decision to abstain, Mr. Fitzwilliams continued, Meghan will probably be watching the service with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet because they are also celebrating Archie's 4th birthday that day. Of course Meghan will watch it, he said. She was powerless to stop. She used Archie's birthday as an excuse to skip. She was invited, but she wouldn't have regretted missing it because of the intense press scrutiny and the split they would have caused among the royal family. With only 3 days till the coronation, the rest of the family, aside from Harry, has been spotted practicing in downtown London. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, as well as Charles and Camilla, were seen arriving at Westminster Abbey with their parents, Prince William and Kate, Princess of Wales. Later, Camilla was spotted driving away from the Abbey with her two grandkids, who will act as pages of honor at the coronation. Gus and Louis Lopes, Freddie Parker Bowles, and Arthur Elliott will serve as her pages of honor on that particular day, with Prince George serving in the same capacity for the king. The majority of the royal family won't be participating in any formal capacities, although they are all expected to be present. Prince Harry is rumored to have been given the unofficial responsibility of being looked after by Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, since despite the family strife, he is known to be close to them. Omid Scobie, a royal biographer, suggested on This Morning that Harry will probably sit close to them to prevent any awkward interactions with other family members from being seen on camera. Perhaps he's with the York girls, Beatrice and Eugenie, he speculated. People with whom he can comfortably converse so that his interactions don't appear stilted and awkward on video.